idea. Okay, so for those of you that are watching, yay! I know Kayla says, woo! She's so excited. We've been waiting. For those of you that are watching, I gotta get used to pointing to the opposite direction. T is in my Facebook group, which is a free group. You guys are all totally welcome to join. We do live warm-ups. We do questions. We do like warm-up Wednesday where you get to post up any problems that you're having with your warm-ups. And then later on in that week, I go live with my warm-ups addressing that issue and giving you kind of some skills and techniques to address the problem that you guys posted up that you have. So we do all sorts of fun things. And this Monday is our 5, 10, 15 challenge, which is where we declare if we're going to do 5, 10, or 15 minutes of warm-ups every single day. As a group, we all kind of hold each other accountable. And then I give out prizes to the people that are the most active. Not the people that warm up the most, but the people that post the most and are actively there kind of contributing throughout that week. And T got first place, which means she gets a free 20-minute private voice, well, no, I guess not private, public voice lesson with me, which is what you're about to see right here. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to pop that up real quick so anyone who wants to join our group, there's a little ad for you. And then T, let's get started. I know we were talking about we were going to work on a song from Hamilton, right?
Right. Yeah. So, so I started practicing that song about 3 weeks ago before I had just found your group, I think, maybe, or I had only been on it for a week. So I had like really no feedback and I was just started doing warm-ups and stuff. So I would love to work on that song and try to get the quality of my voice better. Yeah.
And I don't know if I've given you any little bits of feedback on singing Saturdays.
Yeah, I haven't gotten any for this one yet.
Okay.
So
good.
I don't know. I sent you the link of the one I posted 3 weeks ago.
Okay.
So I don't know if you had a chance to see that or not, but at least I've had 3 weeks under my belt for some of your warm-ups.
I know I really liked the idea of you doing, it was the first one that you had from Hamilton.
That's the one.
That is the one. Okay, let's do that one today.
Okay.
Because I heard that there was enough of a transitional things where because I'm not exactly sure your level of singing. I remember hearing on Singing Saturdays, which those of you that are watching Singing Saturdays are when in the group they get to submit a video of them singing, and then I give them a little tip on what they can work on. I know that we've had a few of those, but I'm not as ingrained. So I'd love to hear you just sing it, and then I will go on ahead and kind of be like, okay, let's do this, and we're gonna.
Okay, and we're gonna do it without music, right?
We have to do it without music because the last time that I did it with music, it got copyright striked, and it wouldn't even let me post it. And I was like,
okay, let me go grab the lyrics. I have the lyrics on my phone, but it's like glary in my face. I printed on paper, so let me go grab it real quick.
Okay, no problem. Hi, Kayla. You guys are so cute. Hi, good vibes. Okay, yeah, absolutely. I really, there's a thing with singing. And when you're getting a private lesson, you're showing up and you're nervous and you're scared and you're like, what am I going to do? Am I going to sound bad? And there's all these like even T was like, well, I hope.
Yeah, I'm going to sound bad. So just be prepared.
I want you to sound whatever you normally sound like because you're here for a reason. And I've been teaching. I've been saying 14 years for a long time because I just never, like you're forever 30.
You're always 21.
I will not say my age. Thank you very much. But let's just say I've been teaching even longer than 14 years. So I have seen it and heard it all. So it's not like I'm going to be like, oh, this is the worst, Like majority of people, I would say about 80% of people come to me with a little bit of pitch problems. And more they're pulling their sound back and they're pushing gutturally. And that's what I see over and over and over again.
Yeah, and that's probably where I am.
Mm-hmm. Pull that sound out. So that way then we can work on it from there. So most likely you're something I've worked with before, so you're going to do just fine. Okay, so let's start from the top. Go ahead and sing it, and then I'll stop you at one point, and we'll break down little bits of it.
Okay. So, Look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around, look around.
Good. Okay, so I'm going to stop you right there.
Okay.
Because we only have 20 minutes, we're just going to hammer right through this.
Yep.
Normally, a lesson is an hour, and we do a warm-up, and then we dig into something like one thing throughout the whole lesson.
Yep.
But in this, I'm going to just kind of information vomit on you.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Yeah.
And luckily, it's recorded, so you can come back to it. Okay, so good. So we're here. So we have look around, look around. I want as foundational technique as possible, then we can tweak it stylistically. And I know that as I watched Philippa Sue doing this song, she doesn't open her mouth very much, which does create more of a childlike sound rather than look around, look around. But if we're going into technique-wise, I want you to get the right technique foundation and then go back and tweak it to make it sound like the character you want. So today we're going to focus on foundational stuff. And what that means is I want you to open your mouth. Look around, and really create
so on the vowels.
Space.
Okay,
so let's give that a shot again.
Okay. Look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around, look around.
Good. Okay, so the other thing is I want the ah to be this direction down, round. And it almost feels like if we were drawing arrows, they would be going that way, round. Instead of round, which is a little bit pulled this way. Look around, look around. It's got a little bit of jaw tension. We don't want that tension in there. We want down, unhinging. If you're not used to doing this, then I do have drills in the group, but I also have drills on YouTube for relaxing TMJ or relaxing the jaw. And for those of you that are watching that isn't a playlist, just put in TMJ under warm-ups. Because if you're not used to it, the muscles physically shorten and they get smaller, and then you have to over time stretch them out. So I am going to have you focus this way. If it feels a little bit uncomfortable, that's okay. Don't hurt it, but know that that's partially because these muscles are probably pretty short and you need to start stretching them out over time. So we're just going to say it. Look around, look around.
Look around,
And the tongue is down and flat and touching the bottom of your teeth. So do it again.
Okay. Look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around, look around.
Yeah, and I highly suggest that as you do this, you look in a mirror because I can see a battle going on. There's a little bit of a battle where it's wanting to go this way.
Yeah, it's definitely a conscious, I have to be very conscious to do it that way.
Yes.
For sure, sure.
Since it's something new, I would suggest doing warm-ups that really hyper-focus on this. And then if we were doing a lesson, we would just really hammer in on this for a little while. But since, again, it's 20 minutes, I'm going to vomit on you again, you know? So assuming we have this open, the next thing I want to do is get that sound out. So I want you to focus that every single note is connected to each other, and you're sending it forward. Instead of, Philippa Sue does a little bit of a pull back and a lean forward. Look around, look around, around. There's a little bit, it's like, look around, look around. I want you to give me that straightforward tone a little bit more. Because again, we're working on foundations, not necessarily on style. So you're thinking of each one is connected and you're sending it from here. So jaw is unhinged, which it's okay if you forget since I'm throwing a lot at you. And then the notes are here and heading almost forward, but move this way. Running out of space on here. Forward, but almost slightly down. And the reason why I do this is I want my head to stay here, and I don't want to start doing this, which is a no. Okay, so third eye, bullet, and jaw unhinged down. All right, so there's your note.
La la la. look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around, look around.
Beautiful. Okay, so that's all we're going to focus on word-wise. So
Okay.
whatever you're looking at lyrics-wise, don't look at it anymore. I want you to really focus on your point. So what are you looking at across the room? What is your focus beyond me?
I'm looking at the camera light that's on my laptop.
Okay, do you have anything that's further away?
No, I have a wall. I can just imagine a dot on the wall.
Okay.
And there's like a wall 8 inches behind the camera. Yeah, but I can imagine a dot on that wall. Like I'm going to send my voice through that wall to the hallway on the other side. I'll do that.
You can also take a step back from the computer.
I could,
as well.
But I'll be smaller. Is that okay?
Yeah, totally fine.
Do I look skinnier?
Yeah, stay back there. You look fine. You look great. So take that step back, and now you have further distance where you're going to head.
Okay.
And we're really thinking open jaw, unhinged, and heading that forward.
Okay. Look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around.
Beautiful. Okay, let's test out something else as well. Because again, today, boom, boom, boom. For those of you that are just hopping on, this is not how I normally teach. We normally dig into something longer, but we're only 20 minutes with you today. So the next thing I want to mess with is vibrato. A really fun vibrato thing to do is to do a straight tone and then add a little bit of vibrato right at the end to soften it. Just a smidge. Do you have that kind of control on your vibrato? That's my question.
I don't really even have a vibrato. I think that was one of my questions to you was like, how do I develop that, and how do I do exercises to develop it? So if I have it, it's usually by accident, which when I'm warming up, sometimes it comes out. But I don't, it's getting there with the warm-ups.
Good. So that makes absolute perfect sense, because with vibrato, natural vibrato. Now I'm going to teach you something in a second that actually has to do with like manual vibrato, which we'll talk about in a moment. But natural vibrato has to do with a good balance between air pressure and body tension. So we want it open with enough tension on the vocal cords, or stretch as I like to call it, on the vocal cords. Just ignore my disco lights. I don't know what's up with them today. And that will create a natural vibration of the vocal cords. I kind of think of it as like, and it's a weird example, but like when you're staring at the rim of a car and it's spinning super fast, but all you kind of see is this. It's like the inner vibration. Once the vocal cords vibrate so well together, they have a kind of rhythm that hits. And that rhythm is what you hear as your vibrato. That's the easiest way for me to describe it. So technically, it's supposed to come naturally by making sure that everything's in balance, and naturally that happens. However, there are ways to manually set it, so that way you can at least feel what it's like to have vibrato and tap into it a little bit easier. All right, so you're going to take your hand. I call it remote control vibrato. It's kind of cool. Okay. So this is your vibrato, this hand. Okay. And so as you are singing a straight tone, I'm going to back up again. I'm so limited on screen space like this. Okay. As you're singing a straight tone, you're going to sing with your hands straight. And then as you're singing with vibrato, you're going to move your hand. And that's your vibrato. I know it sounds really weird, but as much as you can, tell your brain this hand is controlling it. You're going to look at it. Ah, ah. And it's not going to be natural vibrato. It's going to be a little bit of a push and a little bit weird, but it's going to at least get you used to kind of what the feeling is. And then if you want, you can try to speed it up or slow it down. So let's just try one. Okay. We're going to do that same note of the look around, that. All right. So we're going to do ah, ah.
Okay.
Straight tone first. Let's try vibrato.
ah. So that's like a manually created vibrato.
Yeah, just so
Okay.
you can start to get used to the sensation of it. So,
Okay.
and then in time, vibrato is going to naturally come out. But
Okay.
sometimes I almost feel like, I don't know why, but maybe it's a mental block. And sometimes when you manually do this vibrato, I feel like my students get vibrato faster naturally. It's almost like their brain goes, oh, that's kind of nice. How do I adjust inside to make this happen naturally? You know, it's really
Okay,
weird.
cool.
I must admit, I don't know the science behind it, but I do know that it works. So, yeah.
Okay, cool. Excellent.
So let's do the look around. See if you can then mess with it. Let's see. Who knows?
So start from the beginning?
Yeah, the whole beginning. So now we have three things. We're just going to throw the vibrato at the very end, you know?
At the end?
So we have
okay.
Open look around. You're sending the notes forward, so you're going to take a step back. I know you really like hugging up on this computer, but I want you to sing it all the way out and then mess with your hand. And I'll be here doing all this randomness so you can look at me if you want.
Okay.
All right, so take a step back and let's start from there. Okay.
Look around.
You don't need the lyrics. No, put those away. You're only doing look around. How lucky you are to be live right now. Look around. You're live. That's it. No cheating.
Look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around.
Yeah, it's really weird, right?
Let's do that. It works though. I mean, I had nothing before, so it's better than nothing.
In like a split second, bam, there you go.
That's awesome.
Okay, so I'm gonna have you keep. It's a weird one, but you can mess with it. In my warm-up course, which is coming out next month on the 1st of next month. This is actually the first time I've announced this to public, which means I have to actually do it. But I do have a warm-up in it that is, this is a straight tone, this is wavy. And so it's like purposely trying to connect the two. Okay. I want you to sing Kayla says, nice, T, that worked. Yay!
Thank you.
Hi, Caesar. Welcome from Nicaragua.
Nicaragua.
Wow. You say it right.
Wawa.
I actually, a lot of people don't know I have a speech impediment with my R's. And I had to go to special training when I was younger. And if I do a lot of recordings and talk a lot, I start to I don't do an R. So it's not Audrey, it's Audrey. I can't do the R. So Nicaragua is actually really hard for me to say. So I want to say Nicaragua. Even the best of us have come from problems. So, okay. Sing all the way through it from there onto the next section, and let's see if we can pick another part that we want to dig out something.
Okay. So I'm going to step back again.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Look around, how lucky we are to be alive right now. Look around. A month or so, I wrote to the general a month ago. I begged him to send you home. I'm not sorry.
Okay, we'll stop right there. I like that. I wrote to the general a month ago. Is that it? Is that right? Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, I've only seen Hamilton once. So I work with it. And for those of you that are watching, I actually do reviews on 6 of the songs, and a new one will come out every single week starting next week.
Yay.
So it's very exciting. Okay, so I wrote to the general a month ago. Is it odds up there?
I wrote to the general a month ago.
I say that would be more in pitch. I wrote to the general a month ago.
I begged him to send you home.
Oh, that's it. I begged him to da 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 da. That right there. I begged him to send
you home.
Okay, that's the jump that I want to work on. So
okay,
right now there's a little bit, because it's such a quick jump. It's so fast, you know. There's a little bit of weight on I begged him to. So we want to think of that note, that section, as the high note. I begged him to send.
I begged him to send you home.
Okay.
I begged him to send you home.
I begged him to send you home, or send you home, however you want to approach it. We want to make sure that I begged him to is lifted and activated in here. You're going to look crazy as you practice this, but again, we're working on the fundamentals first before characterization. So I begged him to, and what we're doing is we're taking the weight off of the vocal cords. Basically, we're not letting them shrink up too much. We're kind of pre-stretching them. So that way, when you hit that high note, send you home, which isn't that high, but if you have, I begged him to send you home, it's like, you know? So we're going to think of the first beginning words as the high notes. I begged him to, and then your high note is just connected forward like we've been doing. I begged him to send you home. So it's not a jump anymore because you've prepped and then it leads forward. So let's give that a shot from here. I think that I begged him to.
I begged him to send you home.
Yeah. I don't know, so we're gonna did you feel the weight kind of move up with that a little bit? Yeah. Okay, so I want you to say I begged him to, but you're gonna say it in a really annoying kid voice. You're gonna go, I begged him to, I begged him to
send you home. I begged you. I can't go any. I begged him to send you home.
Do you feel that there's no jump there now? It's all there. Yeah. Right. Okay. Then you're gonna do that one more time, and you're gonna really like sing it like I mean it, you know. But I begged him to send you home. Do that one more time.
Okay. I begged him to send you home.
Now we're gonna open up the dimensions because it's so thin here, and we're so kind of nasally sounding, which is good. Again, I'm going super fast. I would normally have you do this a bunch to work those muscles, but we're on a time limit here. So we're going to ping it out. Instead, we're going to open it. So the difference is I begged him to. So it's still got the lift, but it's a little more open. While thinking of the lift. I know it sounds weird, but so we're going to do it 2 times. You're going to do it once nasal. And then you're going to open up the space a little bit more while still staying happy and activated and doing it again. Okay?
I begged him to send you home.
Good. Do that again because you didn't lift all the way. You kind of just did this, but you didn't. Yeah. That lifts these nasal resonators. There's a purpose to your crazy face. Okay.
So then you want me to do the nasal first again?
Yeah, so you're going to go,
I begged him to send you home.
Then open.
I begged him to send you home.
There you go.
Keep it more nasal.
Yeah, so you're feeling the difference between placement and then opening the space. And then you can add different styles as you want, a little more air. So we have, I begged him to send you home. I begged him to send you home. Or air, I begged him to send you home, which has got a little more softer tone. And you can start to mess with it, but you need to have it's adductor and abductor. They're basically the little muscles that control the vocal cords. You need those to pull together the vocal cords and be strong as a foundation, which is what this is with the lift here. Once those are strong enough, then you can adapt and change it to make it sound however you want, but with the effortlessness of these jumps, so to speak.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah,
all right,
totally.
So we went through a lot.
Boom, boom,
This is
boom,
great.
Boom.
I know, yeah. So we have a few things I would normally in a lesson, then we go over homework, which in a quick homework version is jaw unhinged around all the way down this way. We also have focusing on a point across the room while staying open that is slightly hanging down just a little bit from the third eye so that way the head stays in alignment. And then we have focused on vibrato, either straight tone or wobbly tone, as well as what we just did, which is pinging out the notes before a jump rather than on the jump. So there's not the, I begged him to send you. We don't want to pull that up. So we're going to lift and ping before a jump. And then when you hit the jump is when you just head it forward from there. And then what we just talked about, which is once you get the strength, then manipulating that space to get the sound that you want.
Okay, awesome.
Awesome, way good. Okay, so I'm going to say goodbye to you. I will see you in the group. And then on Monday, I'm hoping that you're going to be doing our 5, 10, 15 challenge in the group.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye.
All right, you guys. I'm open for any questions you've got me for. I think I could do 3 minutes of questions. I have a lesson. I went from one lesson to this lesson, then now I have a lesson after this. But you guys are welcome to post up your questions. I think I have a little thing. Post your questions below. Yeah, there we go. Awesome. I'm going to get a drink of water. What would we have here? Crispy cacti. Pulled the one that, yeah. Pulled one back sounds like Eliza, while the other one sounds like Angelica, right? It's a trip how it has to do a lot with placement. You can have the same exact note, but then it depends on how you place it. So like if we're just doing this note, right? We have 3 different standard placements where you can place it. One is further back. Which sounds kind of heavy, which you hear a lot of pop singers use as they're starting out a song. They'll kind of sing like this, which is like quieter, a little more airy, or also in big ballad songs and musicals as well. It just feels heavier, almost more deeper, and as if it's a low note. But again, it's still the same note. Then we have a second placement, which is pretty standard, and that's in the middle. So we're placing it kind of lifted up in here. Tongue is down and flat, and we've got the space here. And then we've got the third placement, which is more nasal tone, nasal resonators, and we're sending more air up into they're called nasal turbinators. I always think of like the Terminator, you know? So kind of putting it up here for there creates the which what was her name? Because you had I forgot her name. I'm so bad with names, you guys. But you had the 3 sisters that were singing, and then you have the third one that was like Ann Betty or whatever her name, not Betty, but whatever her name was for the it was like Angelica, and Peggy. Oh, it was Peggy. And Peggy has this very kind of nasal tone. Now notice when she's doing the nasal tone, it's not this nasal tone. It's not closed back. It doesn't sound like wah, 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 like Charlie Brown. It's very open, and that's a third placement that you can do. So we have the exact same note. I did not change my note. Think about how much lower it sounds. Then sounds. The exact same note, which means that the vocal cords are doing the exact same thing. The vocal cords are vibrating. It's just really, well, not exact. Okay, I take that back. Not exactly the same thing, but they are vibrating to hit the same note. And then I am adapting the dimensions of where I'm singing. A great way to compare this is also to singing one note in a closet full of clothes versus singing one note in a bathroom. And I mean, we love singing in the shower. I'm always singing in the shower because you sound amazing. The sound comes out, the same sound comes out of this little teeny instrument, and then it hits the bathroom walls and develops and it sounds amazing and you're just like, wow. Then if you're singing in the car or you're singing in a closet full of clothes, like stick your head in the clothes and sing the same note. It sounds like kind of muffled and smaller. The comparison is singing the note to the shower is when everything's nice and open and we've got this big open dimension, and then versus closet full of clothes, which is like super closed, which is when we're pushing from the diaphragm, which is when these puppies are coming out and they're constricting clothes, or tongue is pulling back, or we're not opening up in the nasal area. So the same amount of effort, same amount of strain from the vocal cords causes difference in tone and difference in like struggle and strain, so to speak. Okay, what do we got here? I'm learning, dear Theodosia, and burn on violet. Ooh, fun. Here for the party. What's up, Rosanna? I always see your comments. Hi, honey. Can I just say how perfect the voices are for the lead and Aaron Burr? Rough, hard-working, and hazy Hamilton, and so smooth and gorgeous for Burr, who believes in smiling more. Kind of understood some of that. Kayla, I've only watched Hamilton once, so I'm still trying to figure it all out. I guess I gotta watch it more than once. And Peggy, and Peggy. Peggy was played by Jasmine. Okay, Rosanna, does Jasmine have the same voice in different parts that she does? Does she always do that same kind of voice? Or are there different parts where she, or different musicals that she's been in and where she's approached it with a different tone? I would love to do a video reaction review of a singer playing different parts in different musicals and seeing the different vocal approaches to it. So for instance, Peggy with Jasmine and Hamilton would be, and Peggy, and then maybe she's in a different musical and she's singing more round, like how is she approaching it? And I'd love to do a review on that to show the difference of placement within it. Would be beautiful. Okay, you guys, I gotta go. I have a lesson to teach. Today's just been back-to-backs all day. I would love for you to comment below with what day and time, including let me know what time zone you're in, that you would like to have maybe a question and answer, maybe allow some of you guys to even hop on and join me for a review would be awesome. So that way I know what time you guys are wanting and I can kind of work around that. I actually am currently living in Thailand. So it is 9 in the morning on Thursday for me. I've been up since 5 teaching. Crazy. Robolox. She plays 2 different characters. She plays Peggy in Act 1 and Maria Reynolds in Act 2. If you've heard the song Say No to This, it's amazing. Okay. Oh, I have another question. Didn't the guy, see, I gotta get names, but the guy who played the French guy in the first act, he then played another guy, the guy from Snowpiercer. I was so confused because I was like, isn't that the French guy? But I guess he's not the French guy on the second act. That like totally threw me off, like majorly. I was like, I don't understand. How did he become that guy? Anyways, okay. Join my group on Monday. We are doing a 5, 10, 15 challenge where we all vote out and announce we're going to warm up for 5, 10, or 15 minutes every single day for that week. We hold each other accountable. We are there for each other. I go live with my warm-ups. I also answer questions within those warm-ups. Like if you're really liking this, I suggest to join my group. It's totally free. And the guest that I had on today was the one who won the last challenge by being the most active, and she got a 20-minute lesson with me. If you are coming on here late, be sure to rewind and watch it because we did some amazing stuff. Okay, as an outro, I'm going to stand here and point here because this is usually when a video pops up. I'm going to say that click here for my free cheat sheets, downloadable stuff, all these cool freebie things. Click here for a video I picked just for you. And my little link down below to join my group. All right, guys, I got to go teach.